Hi guys, this is another episode on Nigerian current issues. I'm gonna take you there. Yeah, that's my mission. So now, big companies, or let me say bigger companies, have left Nigeria. They've discontinued their operation in Nigeria. This is a concern, right? Because what you're buying currently is like 40% or 60% higher than what you normally used to buy it for. And this is a very, very big problem we have in Nigeria now. This is Tinubu administration, and these are happening. What has led to this? Is it the current administration or the previous one, or what exactly have led to this? Now, when you have an economic condition that's affecting a company, there is no way that a company is going to survive. They can only split their operations into another part so that they won't be too much affected, or they look for another marketplace for their products. Now, do you know about P&G? P&G is a company that's been is a US consumer company that's been in Nigeria for like 31 years, since 1992, right? They left in 2023. P&G is the producer of Gillette that I use, the shaving stick product that we use. P&G produces P&G produces they produces Pampers. P&G produces Oral-B. P&G produces Crest, the toothbrush product that we use. So this is a concern because a big company like that has left the country, and this is telling on us because we have to rely on other products or even the same product but with higher prices margin. So this is a very, very big problem because the country is not doing the right thing to favor these people. Inflation is rising, interest rate is rising, everything is rising, and the economic condition is not favoring them. Dollar is 1,535 to $1, right? 1,535 naira to $1. That is it now currently. So if most of their goods or their import materials for this product I've listed out for you are currently from abroad, and you want them to be selling for lower prices, it's not possible. Main producer, the sole producers, they've left, but they're only just interested in importing. So they're importing these products into Nigeria to the regular customers. This is not funny because economic conditions are not favoring them, and that's why they've left. When revenue is going downtrend, they cannot survive because the inflation rate cannot even make them survive. Some of the companies even need loans to run themselves, but interest rate rises, inflation rate rises, economic changes, policy changes, government changes, instability of so many things has affected this company, and that's the reason why they cannot survive. When the cost that generate revenue is high, there's no way you can make profits. You cannot make any profits, and that's the reason why they're going to another place to market their business. So, do you know about GlaxoSmithKline? GlaxoSmithKline came into Nigeria like 51 years ago, and they left last year. They're the sole producer of Augmentin. They're the sole producer of Sensodyne. They're sole producer of they produces Panadol as well. So this company left Nigeria last year, and it's concerning because the Panadol you're buying currently is not meant to be so high because the producers are no longer in Nigeria. So they are bringing their products into Nigeria, they're flying it into Nigeria and selling it to us with high prices. It's not their fault, it's just the country, the way the country is. This is concerning too, because this country economic conditions has made bigger business to leave the country. Right. So do you know about Unilever? Unilever is a company that started operation in 1923 and they left 2023. It's worrying, right? Very, very worrying. Now, we're still reflecting on the economic condition that's unfavor these companies, right? So Unilever produces Knorr, the Knorr seasoning recipe that we use to cook meals. Unilever produces Lipton, they produces Lux, right? They produce Lynx and Omo. Yeah, they're a producer of Omo. But they packed off, they moved out of Nigeria. There's a track in Burna Boy's album, African Giants, another story. It said that the British protectorate came into Nigeria like 1900, and they paid £865,000 for a Ninja company, which is now known as Unilever. But that's another story. I'm not going into detail about that. But let me just tell you now that economic conditions have unfavored this company because they cannot progress, they cannot make fortune in Nigeria because Nigeria is meant to be a place, it's meant to be an avenue for them to boom, right? But they are busting. So that is why they cannot longer be in Nigeria. And this is happening in this regime. In this regime, Many companies have left Nigeria. Do you know that? About 16 companies have left Nigeria already. Do you know about Equinor? Equinor is a company that started in Nigeria in 1992 and they left 2023 as well. Just also the same time GlaxoSmithKline started. But Equinor is an oil-based company, exploration, distribution, like that. But they are not into marketing. So this company also left Nigeria because they cannot succeed. Their operations cannot succeed in the country. They are finding it difficult to compete with these stringent economic rules, stringent economics up and downs. The patterns and the trends of the business success is very poor. So they are not seeing the viability of continuing business in Nigeria. The going concern is threatened. That is the time they are going to be in business is threatened. So they have to move out to another place to do business. They can no longer be in Nigeria to do business. And that's the reason why it's affecting them. And that was the reason why they left. This is concerning. So another big company is Sanofi. Sanofi is a pharmaceutical company that has been existing since 1973 and they left last year. Now, Sanofi produces Coartem. Do you know that? Sanofi produces Coartem. They produce Tadalafil for hypertension patients. They produce vaccines. They call it Sanofi Pasteur vaccines for meningitis, polio, like that. Influenzas as well. So this company left Nigeria because of these same issues of economic conditions. The economic is not paving good way for these companies. About 16 companies left already. Right? 16 companies left already. Not like they leave completely, but they related their business operation to a third party. So like 70-80% they are out. So they're just like, let's just be selling to them because they are very important Africans, So this is concerning, and the federal government need to do something about this. Like, they need to come together and do something about this. It's not just looking inward, like also look outward, because this is a selling point. Nigeria is a selling point to the world. That's why we have these big companies coming to Nigeria. What do you think about these companies leaving the country, because of these conditions and all? Do you think that they must have survived if they've stayed in the country, maybe in the long run? Because it's just like a condition, or let me just say circumstance that is affecting them currently. Could it be like they can still survive maybe later on, or living is the best? What do you think about that?